Well, hello everyone. Hope you all had a great weekend. And here in the United States, we're kind of in the middle of a long weekend with the 4th of July for us coming up tomorrow. Today I was thinking about what to talk about, particularly around for, again, us in the U.S. with the 4th of July, where we really celebrate the celebration of freedom. And what I got to thinking about is what is it? Hey, Roland, how are you? Hey, Ted. When we think about freedom and when we think about opportunity, I don't know that I ever thought about those two things in the same sentence. And I started thinking about what are some of the examples that I could really put my arms around. And I remembered years ago, excuse me, years ago, I had read a story about Aristotle Onassis. And most of us, know that he was a shipping magnate. He was the wealthiest man in the world for a very long time. But what about his background? And the short story is that he was from Greece. And hey, Eric, it's a story of during, I believe it was 1919, the Turkish-Greek War. His family was forced out of Greece, and he immigrated when he was 16 years old to Buenos Aires. And in Argentina, he was a cast out. He was not a native. He had no way to really to support himself. And, hey, Eric, thank you so much. And so what he figured out is that he had a connection back in Greece and Turkey. He lived actually pretty much on the border to Turkish tobacco. And if you ever want a really interesting story and an inspiring story, go and check out the biography of Aristotle Onassis, because that was how he got his start, from living on the streets, taking tobacco from Turkey and really selling it to the Argentine people. And that's where he got his start and became literally, hey, Jessica, the richest man in the world. So here he is with very little freedom, but he still sees the opportunity for him to be able to catapult himself to where he felt his destiny was. The other person that I wanted to bring up is someone that is current, and someone that I met about a year and a half ago, and she has such a passion for her native country, West Africa. And she gave up a very good, hey, Jessica, gave up a very good position and a high salary job to dedicate herself to her homeland, to where she is supporting women that wants to be landowners. And what does that mean? Well, in her country, land ownership is the thing that allows someone to have power. The one item that gives you that opportunity to really expand and provide for your family and for generations to come. And so this is something that she has taken on as a passion. And Fatou is someone that is really looking for that opportunity in a country that has very little freedom. So when we look at freedom, freedom is different degrees. We have different levels of freedom, but we all have freedom of some sort. And now that the Facebook Live that I've been doing has been going into different countries, I have really become attuned to the differences and to the different levels of freedom that we all enjoy. But here's the kicker. For me, opportunities are there no matter where we are. And it's what we do with them. So the difference to me between opportunities and freedom, where freedom has somewhat of a limitation or a level of freedom, where opportunities are there. And so what are we going to do with those? And every country that I have studied has had groups of individuals that have paid the ultimate sacrifice for us to have those opportunities, for us to be able to engage. And it's not just about money, it's about connection and family and being able to provide for individuals that aren't able to provide for themselves. So the give back is there as well. And so during this time, we have this 4th of July here in the United States, what are the opportunities? What are the gifts that we've been given that we can connect to, that we can really bless others with as well? So I just want to wish everybody a happy 4th here in the U.S. And I just would love to hear the stories about how and what the opportunities are that you're finding in your life, in your business. And let's build this community to where we start a movement to where we can help support each other, no matter where we are in the world or where we are in the financial structure or on the road. You know, I'll end with this. People have asked me for a very long time what the right road is. And my answer is there's only one road. We're just at different mile markers. And so let's go together and have a lot of fun and just create, hey, Nancy, you know, it's just going to be one of those enjoyable experiences and adventure together. So with that, I will sign off and say we're going to be back together again on Wednesday, 1 o'clock Mountain, for another topic. Have a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.